Hello everyone, welcome to my craft room with Rhoda. I'm going to be doing my journal cards for my project in the Crafty Christmas in July collaboration, and it's hosted by Terry Lee of Sweet Pea Papers and Lisa at Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling. She's on Etsy and on Facebook, and she supplied a lot of the laces that I've used throughout my book. Also, they have some giveaways running. So go check out my description box. It has all of us collaborators down there for links, and it's got links to both Terry and Lisa's pages. Okay, the sneaky peek of the day is my fa la 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 page here. This is page 11 in my it was my December daily. I'd never made a December daily for myself, so see, we're on day 11. And this was a fun little kind of a tag pull reveal situation, I guess you'd say. I had thought about putting some words in behind here, but I didn't. But I did want 3 colored balls, but if you didn't want the 3 colors, you have the one with the silver glitter. And you could write on the back of this card, and I just thought it was something kind of fun. I tried to make it, and this is the only part. You got to watch that. It likes to catch on that one little piece. But I made it have a chimney look behind it, because everybody was always putting their trees by the chimney or the fireplace, or, that kind of thing. But that's my sneaky peek of the day. I hope you liked it. I'm going to probably attach this at the end of the video so you can see it if you would like. So what we're going to do, and I've took most of the thinking out of this. Well, I went through and I've already inked and cut the edges, and all of them are the same size, which is, now this was a 5 5/8 by 8 5/8, I believe is the size of this envelope I'm using. So I made this about 5 1/4 or 5 3/8. It's in between there. You have to judge what you think you want. And the same here. I think it's going to be 8 3/8 as well. It is to slide in, and then a little bit of it sticks out at the end. So a little bit of it here is where my string is, and it just doesn't go in that far. So that little part is lost to me. Otherwise, it fits great. So what I've done, I went through and I've chose all the different sayings and borders and whatever I wanted for each of the areas. I chose which one of these would go with each one, because this has the holly around the outside edge. So I thought that would work well. And sorry, I was having to train my page. It didn't want to stay open. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I really appreciate you coming to visit and spending a few minutes or or a half an hour with me, however long you're able to stay. I do have a couple of these stencil and stamp sets that have Christmas words on them. I don't know that I'm going to need it. I don't know that I'm going to use any of the stencils at all. I may do some of the stamping. I love some of these old world looking Merry Christmases and things. We'll just see. Most of these, though, got Kyung's kits, little sayings and stuff that she already had in her A Vintage Christmas Day kit, which is the one I'm using. She's Kyung Shotwell. She's Wonders by Wink on Etsy, and she has beautiful, beautiful kits. You need to go over and check them out. I have a few of her words left over here that may get installed in here as well. I might want something up in a corner or something. And I've left all the backs white. So, we don't have to worry about that. That's where I'm going to be writing, because this is my little journal for my Christmas holidays. So the ones that I picked out here were these two. And we're going to trim around the outside edge, and we're going to put it in our journal. And I had to pull my book out over there to get my little grocery photo, where I have my grocery kit I'm playing with. And I found all kinds of different Christmas photos. Now, the one thing I did notice, I don't know what happened, but Deborah, my older sister, has, I don't know how many birthday cake photos for her birthdays. I have none. None. I'm there with her, but our birthdays were a month apart. What do they call that? Irish twins? No, maybe that's when they're a year apart. I think that's when they're less. They're like 9 months apart. I think that's Irish twins. Anyhow, I brought that up one day. I said I didn't feel like it was fair. But anyhow, I was the middle child. So I was like even Steven. You know, you have the youngest. He was spoiled, so... and then you had me. I was just free as a bird, swinging in the wind, didn't care. Just coming up with things, creating things. I was always playing with items and taking them apart or trying to figure out how they worked. That was always my thing. So this is a little bit bigger than our holder. So what are we going to do with it? We're going to put it a little bit to the very top and to the to the top and to that corner. There we go. I don't know if these were actually supposed to be worked together as, you know, on the same page or together among themselves, but that's the way I wanted to use them. So what you do is you take what you want in the kits and you use them. And I think I'm going to go dead center with this. And that's all she wrote. I mean, you don't have to have much on here. Now, you know, you could pick out one of these other little words, like this is the very first one. This is my hope section. I don't think I had hope, but it's talking about sending wishes to you and yours in a beautiful holiday season. So we can use holiday. You know, you just pick what goes best with your background, with your theme, with your focal point, that kind of stuff. That's all you got to do. Like that. Now, I'm not going to be decorating all these cards. It's going to be impossible. But I'm going to do the first few and let you see how I'm doing it. So we'll just put holiday right up here. And kind of show you what I'm doing with the items that's in her kit. And it fits right in there like that. And the one thing I do still need to do is I wanted to have a number on here. Like Advent starts the 3rd of December and goes to the 24th. So I'm going to have like numbers on here on either side. But I've got to see if I've got to start here or the next page, because I have 24 sides in here and I only need 21 numbers. Yeah, that's it. So we'll just see. All right, this one I picked out for this page because of the red here. I know I have the blue, but that's sort of part of, I feel like it's part of this, but it should maybe be considered this page spread, I guess. So I picked this one out to go here. Actually, I've got one for 2 sides here. I've got this for this side. And then I guess that is to be for that side. So let's cut those out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. My camera was about to fall. All right, I wanted to show you, I have these little mini heart doilies. And this is talking about our hearts grow tender with childhood memories. So I thought that might be a usage for one of those. Had them forever. Hadn't used them for nothing. I don't think I'm putting it behind here. I tried that and it didn't really look good. So we're just going to go around the outside edge. And I want to really try to get it on the very, very edge of this, because it's got to slide in and out of the pocket. Now with the numbers that I mentioned just a minute ago, I'm going to probably do those in the reveal at the flip through. I mean, I have to punch them out. I'm going to actually punch them out and just kind of glue them in my little sockets where you can actually see them. I have no idea what's going on behind me back here, but somebody must be working on the road. There's all kinds of screeching and scrolling and stuff. All right, let me finish this edge here. These inside pieces are fine. It's just that outside that was going to play havoc with me. So let me go ahead and do this. And then rub it really good. Ooh, I rubbed it too good. There we go. It did a little sliding on me. I got it back down. All right, I'm choosing the word celebrate for this one. It's going to go right here on the top. Nope, we're going to go down here. We're going to do like a little catty, not catty corner, but like a little diagonal. You want to change up your look. You don't want to always have it the same. Now this saying was from Laura Ingalls Wilder. Does anybody remember her? She is the one that Little House on the Prairie is named after, or the storyline is based on her life. I should say it like that. But yeah, she was a great little lady. Can only imagine living back in those times. All right, now the other side, I have this for it, and that one says, "May the true spirit of Christmas fill your heart and your home with joy today and into the coming." I don't know if that was supposed to have into the coming holiday, into the coming season. I'm not sure. It cuts off. So I was curious. All right, I'm going to put this down at the bottom because I'll probably choose to write or put a photo up near the top. So this will be out of my way. I like these muted colors on here as well. My kitty cats, they've been outside doing their thing. They like to go out in the early morning and listen to the birds, watch the birds. They get fed in here, so they don't need to catch any birds. All right, that one's done for this page. Now see if she'll go in there without any problem whatsoever on this. Oh yeah, goes in there. What am I hitting? I'm hitting something. Oh, now remember me talking about maintenance? I must have missed this one. So that's why I was saying in one of the other videos while we were putting these in, you really got to make sure you catch all these little loose pieces. There we go. Yep, goes in now. Yeah, that's the only thing you gotta watch. Envelopes are cool to have, but boy, do they have a lot of little tricky pieces on them. I think that's all I've got here, so we're going to go ho, 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 and I believe I'm in my hope section. Am I in my hope section? No. Yes. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm still in my hope section. So that's why I chose this piece. And in my very first video, I think I went over all that. I went over why I chose an advent calendar and what all the different sections were going to be, that kind of stuff. And this one says, "Ho, ho, hope your holidays are filled with fun." I thought that was cute. I'm just going to glue that down. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. I'm not a fast gluer. Some people are. I'm not. I try to be. Oh, all right. I think that's all I'm going to put on that one. You know, I don't know if it's me, it looks crooked, but it's not. Isn't that weird? It's one of those optical illusions. All right, let's put that one in here. Can I get this open? Yeah, it's just tight. When you put a lot of paper on these envelopes, it really strengthens them up so they can hold a lot. All right, so this one is going to be for here. And I thought because it had the dark pieces in it, it's all out of that one cheap Christmas book that I bought for $3 and something. So this is going to go on here, and I'm going to get off here and cut this. Okay, I'm going to put this down on here, and I chose the word tidings to go with this. Does anybody know what tidings mean? I know it's in the phrase, good tidings to you and all of your kin. So it must be wishes, good. I guess they're wishing them well. It's one of those old phrases. I was going to look it up and I forgot all about it because I was going to discuss that with you. Now, if anybody knows what it means, leave me a message below and let me know what you think tidings means. I don't know if I want you to look it up or just kind of take a stab at it. That might be kind of fun. Okay. I'm going to put that dead center. It's kind of fun with the little kids on the sled and everything, but I'm going to just put it in the center. And then we'll put our tidings up there at the top. There we go. Right there. It says, Christmas is the season for kindling the fire of hospitality in the hall, the genial flame of charity in the heart. Washington. Is that George Washington? But the reason I put this here is because they had gathered the kindling and they were bringing it in. I don't know if that was going to be to trim around the mantles or what. I figured this was like one of the homes they were bringing it to. And then I have a home on the next page as well. As soon as I get that in there. Yes, I have a home right here that I actually made a belly band. It is a belly band, but I made a journal card to go in it. And I have, hope this season finds you all wrapped up and happy. So I put that in behind here. And I'm not exactly sure if I like that behind there because I like to see that other scene. But, you know, to each his own. I might probably not worry about it. Okay, this is the piece that's going to go on here. And I figure it was snowflakes. And I love this scene with the beautiful trees. It's just peaceful to me. It looks like I could put it in a fairy journal, but it's got snow on it. So, I don't know. Are there snow fairies? I always picture them in Ireland, where it's wet. Wet and green. But I guess they like all these different places. I wonder if you can think of a fairy as a little angel. All right, we have this one that I'll read to you as soon as I glue it down. Oop, I got some, a big old blue jay out there. He's probably eating every bit of that bird seed. I got to get some more. My little guys have been eating it this week. All right, so Christmas waves a magic wand over the world, and behold, everything is softer and more beautiful. Norman Vincent Peale. I thought that was perfect for this page. And here it's snowing, so it's like snowing, and then this is what it looks like afterward. Plus these warm tones went really well with each other across the page. And that's kind of why I chose that. Okay, and I just chose the word mistletoe and put it up here at the top. And we'll put that in its little holder. And then we have a beautiful lady here with the poinsettias, and this is one of her envelopes from the kit. I turned it upside down because I wanted the poinsettia to stick out, but it's Santa and his reindeer. And I actually glued this one, so you can actually put something in there if you chose. It'll hold a little bit of goodie. So I'm going to stick it this way. And I love this one with the big bell. That went so good with this background paper that I had in that cheap pad. But so, because it's a bell and it's songs, I went with this. Now, I have Christmas chimes on here. And this was, I think, the same page. Maybe, no, it was a different page. I don't want to do it on the back, so I'm going to cut this one down just a little bit more, so it'll fit on this page, and then that's going on top of it. Okay, as you can see, I've got it on here. I chose the word sing to go with it. I figured that was perfect. It says, may the light of the holiday season fill your heart, and may the music fill your soul. Happy holidays. I thought that was perfect for this. Perfect. So when you're doing yours, you'll know which items to put together in Kyung's beautiful kit. Okay, it's just a little snug there at the end. They don't go all the way in, but I'm okay with that. It helps me grab them. All right, and I chose to put the bells here as well. I don't know why, I just liked them. I like the bells. All right, so we have this to go on here. This is the joy section starting up. And we have decorate your Christmas with joy. I thought that was perfect. And it'll fit right inside of there, and it's going to go dead center. And I'll find me a word over here that'll go right with it. Okay, I've got these cut out. Let's glue them on. I hope that noise doesn't come through. Boy, it was loud there just a second ago. It's almost like they're drilling a well. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure what they're doing up there. Okay, that works. And then we're going to get that down on the background piece. You can hear them. Oh, I got the window closed, but they're determined with whatever they are doing. All right, and I found the perfect word. I'm going to put that on here. Every time I see bells, I think of angels and joyful, joyful, joyful. That one song we used to sing in church. Yeah. As I'm flipping through here, you can see some of the laces that I've used from Lisa's goodie bag she sent me. Okay, this one has to do with sleigh rides, and the only thing I have here is the most wonderful part of Christmas is spending time with family and friends. May your holidays be full of joy and good cheer. So I figured it was like they're out playing and having a good time with each other. And I figured that would be the best place to put this phrase. I actually had them all cut out. I had them arranged on my table here. And I kind of just flipped through here and figured out what went best with what. And of course, I've got the word cheer right here, which is perfect. So that'll also go on my page. The green plaid will really bring all of this together and make it pop. I've tried to practice on my, how to arrange things and stuff. You're supposed to balance your page and have something here and like down here to counteract and bring the eye around the page. I'm always trying to remember to do things like that. So see, we've got this nice empty area here, or off white, so I'm going to put that down here to balance it. It's one of those things that you're never completely a pro or whatever you want to call it. You're always able to learn something. You've always got something you can learn, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So don't ever think you know everything there is to know about something. There's a lot of people that's coming up with new items, new ideas every day. Not just with this, I mean with all things. I love this. This is that one where I put Santa on it back here at the back. And I love my ice skate. So I think one of these is going to be on the front and one of these is for the back. So let me get those cut out and I'll be right back. Okay, I found the word giving to go with this because it says the gifts of time and love are surely the basic ingredients of a truly Merry Christmas. And I was going to tell you, most of these photos I've been showing you of me at Christmas way back when, they were taken at the old house. I love that old house. And we had a barn. It was almost 50 acres. We had a big old barn that was on the property. And we had a field over there with the barn. And the cows were there. And I don't know how old this barn was, but Mom was out there digging. She's always into the flowers, green thumb, you know. She's up there in the old, I don't know what you call it, like the barnyard, where they would fence the cows when they were to be milked and all that kind of thing. Well, anyhow, she is digging up the manure, you know. It's really rich and really helps your flowers. Well, anyhow, she found all kinds of old coins. She would find, you know, maybe one every time she would dig, which I thought was fun. It was like really old, some of the featherhead pennies. I don't know if you've ever seen the feathered pennies, but I'm going to put this at the top. Yeah, they've got these little feathers on the back part of the piece. And yeah, it was real fun. And then another part of that is in our front room of the old house. It was a beautiful floor. I mean, it was solid. Am I needing to get in there and do something? Okay. It was like planks that were 12 inches wide. And I guess it was oak. I'm not sure what kind of board it was, but it was like a honeyed color with some darker places. It was beautiful. But there's this one part of it that had a knot that had fell out. Well, I don't know. I think most times we try to plug it with a paper towel, or I don't even know if we had paper towels back then, but we were trying to plug it with something, maybe a rag. But my sister had a coin collection, and I think I don't know what she's doing, being stupid probably, but she dropped one down in there, down the hole. We must have pulled it out and was peeking down in there to see what we could see, and then she dropped her penny or dime or whatever in there. Well, my cousin Dennis, he came over and he crawled up underneath the house and he found all kinds of stuff there. I guess other kids in the past had dropped more coins in there and other little objects, like a jack from, you know the game jacks. They were in there, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I loved that old house. I loved it. Had a straight staircase, and then it had a curved one. It was straight for most of the way, and then it got to the bottom, it curved around and came into the room. But yeah, had a lot of history, a whole lot of history. All right, that says I wish we could put up some of the Christmas spirit in jars and open a jar of it every month. And I've put it here because of the food. That was the only place that I could think something with jars and opening the Christmas spirit and all that would work. And I don't really know that I've got anything over here. I've got recipes. Maybe recipes would be good on here, since we're talking about food. Yeah, that'll work. So, I want to really thank everybody for coming to visit, because I think after this one, I'm going to get off of here. I still need to show you my photo, though, so don't run away. I got my little photo of my Christmas in the past to show you. And I'm about 3/4 done with these tags. I had them all lined up and ready to go for you, so you wouldn't have to suffer through a lot of me hemming and hawing on what to go with where. That kind of thing. Yep. I think I only got, what, 3? Well, I only got two left. Well, how about we just keep going? I only have 2 left, and we'll have them all done. All right, look at this one. That's some cosmic balls there. All right, let me get off here and cut these. Okay, I have everything cut out, and we're ready to glue down. And that should go quickly. Yeah, we had, I asked my dad about his Christmases, because he was born in 36. No, 35, I'm sorry. His dad died in 36, so he never really knew his father. Mostly it was his brothers that he considered, you know, they raised him, basically. And anyhow, he wasn't even born yet on this one. I asked his older sister. She was about 5 years older than him. And she remembers one of the first places that they lived in once they moved over here from West Virginia. And she said that it was about the only Christmas she remembers getting a doll. I mean, otherwise they never really got anything toy-wise. Mostly it was like something to wear. It was, you know, staples. You know, their clothing, maybe something for school. It was something along those lines. But she said that they always got a bag. It was like some family member would dress up like they were Santa Claus. All the kids were in there around the, they didn't have to go to bed back then, supposedly. They were around the Christmas tree. They were waiting for Santa. He would come in. They never knew who he was, but he was some family member that dressed up. So anyhow, they would get whatever, a doll or, you know, clothing, whatever, to open. And then they would get a bag that was full of oranges and Brazil nuts, and all those things were like, some candy, the hard candy, basically. All those things were exciting to them because they never got that, you know, during the regular days of the year. It was something only at Christmas. So it's kind of fascinating to always learn how your family may have enjoyed Christmas in another generation. Definitely in another century almost, the way everything has gone so fast nowadays with technology. I don't think he said they ever really celebrated birthdays as well. So, I don't know. It was just, you know, definitely totally different world. I guess back then you were mostly surviving with what you had. I know my grandmother they used to live in this one place, and it was a little store down the road. And she would walk to that store. She would dress a chicken, kill one of her chickens and dress it, have it all ready and prepped, and maybe take some eggs as well. And she'd go to the store, and it was like I guess a bartering system. They would trade, and she would get staples for the dressed chicken, like flour, sugar, maybe coffee. Maybe not flour as much as cornmeal. I know that was usually one of the main things that they always had. They would do cornbread. I guess that was a whole lot easier because you didn't need not too much leavening. Maybe a little baking powder is it. Some salt. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is add December 25th. I've got Santa. I got enough December 25th. Let's do Santa. That's what it's all about, Santa. All right, cut my edges off. And then I'll show you my little toy that I loved. Oh my gosh. Mom said I used to be out on the sun porch and play with that little grocery set. And yeah, we had, they call it a sun porch because it had these 2 huge windows. Loved to go out there because the sun came right in. That's where Mom had her wringer washer. And I remember helping her one time, and I think I got my finger stuck. That hurt. All right, let's put that right down here. That just says a Merry Christmas. It's got like a little dog, a little girl and her kitty cat. That's what it is. All right, let me put this in here. And put this, and this says a Merry Christmas to someone who's always on Santa's nice list. Now, I had naughty and nice over there, but I didn't use it. And then back here it says, love is what's in the room with you at Christmas if you stop opening presents and listen. Author unknown. All right, let me get this little guy in here. Yeah, I loved how this page turned out with that little bit of gold foil peeking out. All right, we've got everybody full. I just need to go back in and number it. You'll see that at the very end. And let me get my picture. Okay, I hope you can see it. I had this is Christmas of 68. And you can see it. Oh, I loved it. It has the little shelves over here with all the groceries on it. And then you had the checkout line. It would come down the belt. Then you had the cash register. You could weigh your produce. Had a little shelf here. I have my little basket. I don't know what that is. That was probably Love Song or something. But that's one of the windows. You could see out in the cow field out behind there. But that was one of my fun memories. I hope that's in focus. But I really appreciate everybody coming, all my subscribers and viewers. And everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.